Now it's time to actually drive the Shelby GT350. So one of the things I did before I started the video was I changed the digital gauge cluster to the SVT Cobra 99 to 01. You can also do classic 67 to 68, and that's what that looks like, which actually looks really good. You got the Fox body, SVT Cobra, and of course you can go through normal, sport, track, whatever one you want to do. So drive modes, we're currently in normal. Since this isn't broken in and I'm not going to completely kill it, I will put it in sport instead of track or drag strip. I got it to where it's showing me the air inlet temps, the air fuel ratio, how much vacuum or boost we're getting. Now I will go out to right here and adjust the exhaust mode to drag strip. So now we're ready to go. Listen to that. That's what I'm talking about. Let's start the drive. If this was mine, I'd be doing massive donuts and burnouts in this parking lot, but since it's not mine, I will not. I will refrain. So we are in sport mode, so I expect the suspension to be a little bit stiffer, but not as stiff as it would be in track or drag strip. Man, it sounds good. And I don't know why you wouldn't keep, well, unless you're on the highway, why you wouldn't keep it in drag strip mode on the exhaust. I mean, so far, I know it's an upgraded suspension, but, you know, can I tell the difference between this, a Dark Horse, and an RTR with the Stage 2 or Stage 3 kit? On a normal road, probably not. And I don't even know if I could if we were on a track either. Does it ride great? Absolutely. Does it ride better than the others? I couldn't tell you. I know that boreless sounds freaking awesome. Now, I will say this, looking in the rearview mirror right there, you do see that big ass spoiler, carbon fiber spoiler fin in the back. It does block your vision a little bit. Instead of going straight to the highway right now, I'm going to take it down this road over here with some curves and see how she handles. And there's way more traffic here on the weekend than I thought there would be. There we, oh my God. I'm not stopping for geese. Whatever happens, happens. No geese were harmed. Lucky for them. You do pick up quite a bit of road noise with how low we're sitting in the suspension and the tires. There's a Hummer. I kept the RPMs down while still trying to give it a little bit of the business so you can hear and feel the power. I can definitely tell the tires are way overinflated. Why do manufacturers do that when they ship them to dealers, and why do dealers leave them overinflated? There's no reason why these tires should be in 40 psi, but I know that's where they're at because I saw it earlier. It's ridiculous. More scenic road with a few curves and a few places I can get on a little bit better than just going straight highway, which I wanted to with this car so I get a better feel for the handling. And I don't have enough time with it to go down the road I really want to go down to in South Huntsville. Overall, it drives well. It drives like the way I figure a Shelby or higher end Mustang would. I think the base price on this is $125,000. Probably can get it for cheaper at a lot of dealers, considering most dealers are having a hard time moving vehicles these days. So, you know, what do you prefer? Do you prefer a supercharged dark horse? Do you prefer the RTR? A Shelby GT350, or possibly upgrading to a GT500? Though with this 800 horsepower, I don't really know right now what the 500 would give you that this one wouldn't. Be able to open it up a little bit more down this road. Some of these curves, see how the suspension hangs. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. Doing 70 around that, no issues. Alright, let's see what we got here. Let's open it up again. is why I wanted to come down this road as much as I did today, because I knew there would be a lot of red lights, a lot of turns, and not near as much traffic to be able to open this up. Back to the dealer and wrap it up, close it out. Let me know in the comments what you think about the Shelby GT350, and we'll see y'all in a bit.